Well, here. Howdy, everybody. It is the rare Friday edition of the Champion Brothers ChampCast, Bubba's Big Broadcast, or
Let's talk some Southern Gospel on a Friday night.
yes, absolutely. Look, right over there's Neal.
Okay, there's Chris. I guessed right.
You got it. You got it. But yeah, it's been that season where it's like something every night for me anyway, and the Fayette Tigers ball game that I do the PA announcing for got moved to last night. So it was like, well, let's just do it on Friday night and see what happens. So
There you go. Yeah.
you never know. I don't know how many high school football fans we've got that's either at a game or what, but
All right.
if not, they can go back and look at it later. But we'd love to hear from you. So it's like, wow, we've already got a few viewers here. That's pretty cool.
Imagine
So
that.
y'all check in with us. Hit the like button if you do, or the mad button if you don't, or hit that comments and let us know that you do. Look, right off the bat, there's Rodney Holman. Hey
Look, on a
guys,
Friday
hey
night.
Rodney.
Hey,
Yes.
Rodney.
Well, he's a Gordo guy, so that
Okay.
was he was at the Gordo game last night in Fayette. Megan
Okay.
Edgeworth checking in. You
Hey,
were just
Megan.
sharing with me that you got to meet her
I
finally.
did. Met Megan in person for the first time the other night. So yeah, it was good to meet her. Let's see.
That was where?
That was at Temple Baptist Church in Coleman, Alabama. Me and Loretta
Yeah.
went up and heard the Mark Trammell Quartet and the Inspirations were up there. So, hey, there was some singing in the house that night.
Mm-hmm. I've listened to the Inspirations reunion CD that they did from last year's,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also listened to the Mark Trammell classics. Listened to it on the cheese wagon going to Oakland last Friday night. So
Oh, cheese wagon, the big cheese.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm officially a band dad this year, so I get to ride the cheese wagon to the away game. So
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
isn't that what we're supposed to call school buses? But
Oh,
anyway.
yeah. Yeah. I remember calling it the big cheese. So, yeah.
Yep. Well, let's talk about what you said to do tonight, and I'm glad you did because I like this. Well, I
Well,
mean,
look,
we're going to talk about our events, of course, but you know,
absolutely. On November 11th at
yeah,
Fayette
you want to
Civic
go ahead and
Center,
talk about that? Let's put that up
Byron
here
Hayes
quick.
family. Yeah, let's put that right up front. I'm really looking forward to hearing this family in person. I've seen them many times at big events, where they have a little short set, that kind of thing. But I'm really looking forward to being with them in concert and hearing them when they are the quote featured artist. And so what a loving family and all so kind and talking to you and that kind of stuff. And I'm excited. We had the Endless Highway last November, which is
Mm-hmm.
a family-based group, and now this November we're having the Mylan Hayes family. So that seems to be our family month for
Yeah.
our Champion Brothers Bringing It Back series of concerts.
And going back, we were working on this a little bit before we started tonight, but Megan Edgeworth says, Neal, you're not sounding as clear as I am. So I don't know. You might want to do some.
Uh-oh.
I think you
Okay.
changed some settings or whatever. I don't know if we'll do it, but we can just do it as we go or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Eli.
Maybe I can unset some settings or something like that. So.
But we'll work on it. We'll get it
Oh,
going.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
then you were talking about what you wanted to do musically tonight, and we did this. Was it last time or no? Last time's when we had the NQC adventure.
Right.
But the
So,
time before that, we just went through a classic Southern Gospel album, and I like that idea, and I like even better the one that you picked out to do tonight. So
right. Yeah, we had so much fun doing that. So I thought we would just kind of feature another one. And this is an album that we either had the 8-track or cassette or both is the format that we had. And I literally, well, it had to be a cassette because I had a cassette player in my car.
yeah,
And I literally wore this cassette out. I mean, I listened to it front to back so many times. At the time, I knew every word, every song, every part, I just wore this album out. And it was really my first album after I was really introduced to the Cathedral Quartet, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the 70s, late 70s. Yeah, this one was recorded in 77, I believe.
yeah.
And that's when I first really learned of and started learning more about the Cathedral Quartet. And so this was kind of my first album for them. And
Let's go
so,
ahead and
yeah,
show them the cover of the one that we're talking about. Go ahead.
yeah, it's the Then and Now album was the title of it. I love the old picture. They all got together at the old timey pictures like you can do in the the tourist towns. It has the place you go take the old timey pictures. And George and Glenn do look good in hats, don't they? I guarantee you.
Yes, indeed. And then the top
George,
row up there from left to right, it's Haskell Cooley and George Amon Webster and Roy Trimble. So
right? Absolutely,
some mighty
yeah.
fine music. We'll be
And
showing
that's,
you some
I
more
mean,
about that.
yeah, that's it right there. As far
There
as the
you go.
physical copy,
Uh-huh.
'cause I got a story I'll share about that here in a little bit. But let's
All
let's
right.
jump right in. Let's play a song off of it, and
All
then
right.
we'll
I
then we'll
think these
continue
are in
on.
order. I'm not sure. You may have to check me, but is He Loves Me the first track?
It is
That's
written by
outvoted
George
in.
Amon Webster. Yes.
But this is a song that was a good one for them, and I think they recorded on a live album either before or after this one. But it's
Hmm.
still a great song. The Cathedral Quartet, and He Loves Me.
Why did he go to Calvary? Why was his life's blood shed for me? Why did he suffer as no man has ever done? There's just one reason I am the one. He loves me. He loves me. Jesus loves me. He loves me. He loves me. Jesus loves me. When I'm sad, he loves me. Even when I'm bad, he loves me. When it seems no one cares for me, I talk to Jesus. He loves me. He loves me. He loves me. Jesus loves me. He loves me. He loves me. Jesus loves me. He loves me. He loves me. Jesus loves me.
The Cathedrals, and He Loves Me, here on the Champion Brothers broadcast this evening. We're going back through a classic album, that one right there, and it's called He Loves Me, starting that one off, and we're just going to play them all tonight. And then a surprise or two, maybe. But
Yeah. Wait, go.
Well, that's me. That's me. Let me do this. There we go. Now that
Is
should
it
take
really?
care of it. Yep.
All right. Do I sound any different to you right now? About the
A
same.
little bit. I'm
Okay.
not
All
sure.
right.
It's just one of those. I'm not sure. It's could be the internet deal or whatever,
Right.
but
Right.
I don't know. We'll
Well,
just
all right.
plod on anyway.
Well, that song. I mean, what a great song. We sang that as the Junior Columbians, me and Ray Cook, Ken's son,
Mm-hmm.
and Avon Rustin's daughter Karen. Mark played for us back in those days. We actually sung that one during that time when this album was, was fresh, a fresh album. So, um, one thing that jumps out to me about it, Georgia and Webster, like I said, wrote it, so that one of the group members. But on that first verse, who was singing lead? George Yance was singing lead.
Yeah.
And he
Mm-hmm.
did that a lot because what a singer George Yance was. I mean,
Yeah.
not just rock solid bass, especially in his later years, but his whole singing career really. But he was just a good singer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, in preparation for this, I was thinking back through it, and then I got it and played it and listened carefully. And 7 out of the 10 songs on this album is basically featuring George Yance in one way or another. Either he has a solo, there's a bass feature in the chorus, or he's actually singing lead, like they do a trio verse or whatever, and him singing lead. 7 out of the 10 songs, he's got that on there. So, reckon he was a singing machine.
You think
I
so?
mean, my
Absolutely.
goodness.
Let's say hey to
He
some more
loves
folks
me.
right quick.
Do that.
Sis is with us over in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Says hi, Chris and Neal. Good to see you this evening. Matthew Mays says, hey guys, good to see you in. And Megan says it was so good to meet you and Loretta the other night. And Judy Armstrong's in here. There's my weekly reminder. It's like, why do I not think about sending her albums until we're on here and her name pops up? But I guess my Sometimers is acting up, but we will get there. We just hadn't yet. And Jeff Hillman checked in, didn't make a comment, but liked our broadcast tonight. So hey to Jeff Hillman, glad to have y'all along. I think
Yeah.
we talked about this. There's some of these names that we don't recognize, but we may be getting some of the SBM traffic from what is it they're up to now? 47 different podcasts or whatever, or
Oh,
vidcast or whatever,
no.
blogcast. I don't know. He's doing a
No.
bunch and he's doing them all well. I
Right.
don't know if we were the what was it they called it in Star Wars, the guy that imparted all the wisdom or whatever.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
think you've influenced Scott in that department, but I know they got the Southern Gospel Forward, which I sure have enjoyed watching that, and
Yes, outstanding.
then all the other ones that they're doing. But
Yeah, Southern
just
Gospel Spin. Him and
yeah,
Jason talking to some of the older artists, as he puts it, where Southern
yeah,
Gospel Forward is focusing on the younger artists and how Southern Gospel music is going forward and going strong forward. And so, but yeah, they also got when we first started this, it was listening on the SBM also. And so yeah, some of those people that are watching those shows wind up seeing something about it. Who are these 2 old guys on here? We're just the 2 that likes to fly by the seat of our pants. We do just
well,
what we want
yes,
to because we like sitting at home talking about Southern Gospel. That's all it
yeah.
is, 2 hours. And we
You
like
said,
reminding you about the events that come up in our area.
and you said this right before we started about how you like the fact that we don't ever really talk about what we're going to do until we get on here and start doing it.
We don't. It sounds too plain. Yeah, well, we just want to just fly with it. So
Absolutely. Let's get back
there's
to
a toe
some.
tapper. Is that next one on the list? Let's
Yeah,
play
tell
that.
us about it.
Oh, I remember. You remember if I'm not mistaken, the Bryant brothers also sang this song. I
Mm-hmm.
can remember them singing it. Some of our other heroes, pretty much right up there on the same level with the Cathedral Quartet, as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned. Growing up, the Bryant brothers from our local area. But yeah, let's play it. Just a good old classic quartet song. Since Jesus spoke peace.
What a wonderful feeling, heaven's glory revealing, since Jesus took my burden away. Now I never am lonely, guided by my Lord only. I'm walking in His presence each day. Christ the
Since the Savior spoke sweet peace to me, spoke peace to me, gift of marvelous life He did impart,
and the mercy
saved my dying soul and set me free.
And now I'll
fulfill on the journey
that's leading
to that beautiful home to store the way.
Oh,
What a wonderful feeling every day, since He spoke sweet peace to me. Since I started to glory, I am telling love story. Since Jesus took my burden away, I'll keep trusting Him ever. He will leave me, no, never. I'm walking in His presence each day.
Oh, what a
wonderful feeling in my heart, since the Savior spoke sweet peace to me, spoke peace to me. Gift of marvelous life He did impart,
and mercy
saved my dying soul and set me free.
And now
I will be faithful on the journey
that's leading
to that beautiful home to store the way.
Oh,
What a wonderful feeling every day, since He spoke sweet peace to me, spoke peace to me.
They borrowed the stable that first Christmas morn. They borrowed the manger where Jesus was born. The Son of God had no place to call home, but on Calvary's mountain the cross was His own. From the land Jesus borrowed the fish and the bread. He blessed it and broke it, and thousands He fed. He healed the crippled man in another man's home. But on Calvary's mountain the cross was His own.
The cross was His own, where He died all alone. For your sins and mine, He left His heavenly home. No kindness or mercy to Jesus was shown, but on Calvary's mountain the cross was His own.
He borrowed a room where His friends gathered round. He borrowed a donkey to ride into town. He borrowed a garden where He prayed all alone. But on Calvary's mountain the cross was His own.
The cross was His own, where He died all alone. For your sins and mine, He left His heavenly
kindness for mercy to Jesus was shown, but on Calvary's mountain the cross was his own.
The cathedrals and the cross was his own here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And just before that, heard Since Jesus Spoke Sweet Peace to Me, or as I remembered it, the tribute to the Roaring Twenties selection from that album. I mean, it's just the instrumentation or the arrangement and all that is just, that's what it reminds me of. It's just the Roaring Twenties and that.
Right. Yeah.
But it's a wonderful, wonderful song from the Cathedral Quartet. Look at here, Neal. Sherry, and I haven't asked her this directly. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Coro, you know her as something else.
Yes.
You know her
Shirley.
as Sherry Lee, yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
But great memories, yes, indeed. Good to see you checking in. I think she's out in Texas way, checking in with us tonight. So glad to see
Right.
you.
Right.
But we are just reminiscing about the Cathedral Quartet Then and Now album from 1977 tonight. And we're also telling you about some big events that's coming soon, just under a month away now. The Champion Brothers are bringing it back to the Fayette Civic Center with the Mylan Hayes family on Saturday night, November 11th. We will start at 6 p.m. Yes, we know that's Veterans Day, so we want all the veterans to come and be with us. We'll be doing something special for the veterans. I'll just leave it at that for right now.
Absolutely.
But sure appreciate all the veterans who have served their country, and we'd love for you to come and be a part of this event, and we will be honoring you that night as well. Chosen Witness will be singing along with faithful friends. It all starts at 6 o'clock. No admission charge. Just come on in. We would love to see you there. And then when we get into the new year, we're having the Champion Brothers Neal Champion birthday celebration. I said, yeah, we need to get Scott.
You're going to make sure everybody knows that, don't you?
Well, yeah, I am. I mean, it's going to be big doings that night over at the Vernon City Complex. That's going to be on January 27th of 2024. We will start at 6 o'clock, and our special guest will be United Voice from over around the Little Rock, Arkansas area. And looking forward to that night and seeing those guys again with Mike and Chris and Jeremy. And I know that folks will love them and love their singing and their stylings and all that. But won't charge you to get into that one either. So just go ahead and put that one on your calendar too on January 27th of 2024. We would love to see y'all at both or either or the future ones. We may even talk about them before we get out of here tonight. So
Yeah, might mention them for sure. Yeah, because we're going to have twice as many next year as we've had the past 2 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to play, go back to the Cathedrals album, but in a little bit. But, we'll just go ahead and play this song, Shout and Shine. How about that? You want to do that?
Man, that's a good one. Yeah.
All right.
By far
So-
the shortest one on the album, but boy, it packs a punch.
So if you read between the lines now, I'm giving you the. So here's Shout and Shine. How about that?
Maybe.
Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe.
I was so excited I forgot to unmute it. Hang on. Let me back it up.
Okay.
I wasn't getting the response I was thinking I was going to get from you. I was like, okay, I'm doing something wrong here. Let's try this again. Here is Shout and Shine.
Shine,
listen to them roar, boys.
My goodness. I didn't know you was bringing that one out. Boy.
Yes, I told you there might be some surprises.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was dancing all the way around it because I didn't want to say, here's the Cathedral Quartet with Shout and Shine.
Right.
I say we're featuring this album and we're going to play Shout and Shine, and that's exactly what we did. But the backstory on that, of how I got that, Ken Cook brought me some cassette tapes that he had found, and that one was from a singing in Augusta, Georgia. And I was trying to look and see in 1978. So I would have been about probably 11 years old because my birthday's later in the year. And I don't remember. I know that it's Mark singing and it's me and it's you. I mean, were you singing lead on that?
I think so, yeah. And Ray singing baritone.
Ray singing baritone, okay.
Yeah.
And Mark Jones was singing bass, and Karen Rushing, she was then, Karen Bishop now, playing the piano for us.
Wow.
But I mean, it was just like...
That is something, yeah.
When I get to the end, well, the saints, I'll shout and shine.
You've
And
polished
Jason
up
Bain
that
said,
voice.
mighty fine, all right.
You've polished up that voice quite well over the years, especially
Philip
the speaking.
Thornell. There's some great singing. Good evening, guys. Good to see you,
Hey,
Philip. And appreciate y'all stopping by. My old pal Joel Bobo's checked in as well. But anyway, I just wanted to sprinkle because I almost let the cat out of the bag a while ago when you said that the Junior Colombian sang "He Loves Me." I forgot about that, and it might be on that same cassette. It was 4 or 5 songs, I think. But
right.
But I went and found that today, and I was like, I'm gonna spring this in on Bubba tonight and see how he reacts to that.
That was good. Yes, I didn't even think about it.
And I was like, man, I wish they'd had auto tune back then. So it's
but that was during that time.
Probably 45 years old before I could hold a note and it stay on pitch as long as I held it. But
goodness.
So yeah, hey, look, there's Mal Mallory. Good evening, brothers. I mean, Mal's usually got his ear to the high school scene, but appreciate you dropping by tonight, Mal. Appreciate that so much. All right, so with that said, now we'll play the way that song was supposed to be done. From
the way that I was listening to it about 75 times a week at that time on that cassette or 8-track tape.
And when you said that about "He Loves Me," I was like, oh, yeah, that is the reason we were singing those, because Neal was wearing it out. But here's the Cathedral's version of Shout and Shine.
When toiling is ended and my burdens are laid down, what glory will then be mine? Will be mine for surely. My robe will be spotless, and I'll put on a bright crown. In heaven I'll shout and shine. Gonna shout, gonna shout, gonna shine, gonna shine. In that city of love divine, over there, over there. Free from care, free from care. With the saints I shall shout and shine. I'll never be lonesome in that glad city so fair, and all will be joy divine, for surely. Many of my loved ones, my neighbors will be there. In heaven I'll shout and shine. Gonna shout, gonna shout, gonna shine, gonna shine. In that city of love divine, over there, over there. Free from care, free from care. With the saints I shall shout and shine. Gonna shout, gonna shout, gonna shine, gonna shine. In that city of love divine, over there, over there. Free from care, free from care. With the saints I'll shout and shine.
The Cathedrals, and I'll shout and shine here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. We heard a little different version of it just before that with the Junior Colombians from back in the day.
A lot different versions.
That's good stuff. That album was recorded in 77. We did it in 78.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good deal. So I'm sorry, I'm getting hammered with some other
That
unrelated text right quick. I was trying
well,
to
let
check
me
on
talk
it.
about that. That album that
Yes.
I've got, this is the actual vinyl of that recording. Like I say, back in the day, I had a tape is what I was listening to over and over and over. But in recent years, we've talked about that I've started collecting vinyl, gathering
Mhm.
them up. But this is one that I have had for a long time. I didn't have it originally when the project was first out. I was listening to that tape, but one of my first trips, maybe even the first trip to the National Quartet Convention that we made. Of course, the Cathedral Quartet was there. Um, and the Cathedral's always had a booth at the Quartet Convention. If it was that very first trip, that was when it was in Nashville.
Yeah.
In downtown Nashville. And I think that's probably when it was, because I want to say it was around 83, maybe something like that. I don't think you had graduated high school yet, because you was a part of that trip, but I think you were still in school at the time. And so that might have put it about 83 or so.
Yeah.
But that was also about the time that LPs were going away. There wasn't a lot of LPs on the table anymore. Or they maybe just had started kind of transitioning out maybe at that time. I may be getting my time messed up, but I went to the table that night and I talked to Glenn Payne, face to face, and I told him how much I loved that album, that was like my favorite Cathedral album, because I was kind of introduced to them, with the Then and Now album. And I told him I had a tape, and I said, I pretty much wore the thing out. And I don't think at that time they still had this product on the table per se, because they've moved on and recorded so many others since then, and I said something about it, and he said, "Well," I said, "I wish I could get me another copy, but I guess y'all don't even have it anymore." And he said, "Well," and he reached down, walked over, reached up under one of the covers of the table in their booth there, and come up with this. With a vinyl copy of Then and Now. And I said, "You gotta be kidding. You still got that?" Yeah. And he said, he handed it to me. I think maybe he said $5 or something like that, just almost like a clearance kind of thing. And that's where I walked away with that vinyl copy of Then and Now.
Show me the back of it. I don't know if you
Okay.
flipped it around.
Okay, there's a story to go with it too, because if I flip it over, look at that.
That's what I was thinking.
Well,
that's interesting.
Yeah, that is actually a photo of the group at that time, at that convention, because I think Danny went with them in '83, I believe. And so this was a photo of the group at that time. Danny Funderburk, Roger Bennett there in the front, of course, Mark Trammell there in the back with George and Glenn. And this picture I actually got signed by Danny and Roger. They actually autographed it for me.
Well, that's cool.
I guess I just didn't get to George and Glenn. The line was probably too long at the time or something. But yeah, so I've always kept that inside the cellophane on that album from that trip. But yeah, there's the actual back of the album where there's a more modern picture of them, not in the old old timers kind of clothes.
That's what I thought, because it they call the album Then and Now, and Then's on the front and Now's on the back.
Yeah, interesting thing about the credits too of this album. I was looking at it. Isn't that weird, me looking around and all like that? But yeah,
that's fine.
Looking at the credits, it says photography by Roy Trimble.
Wow.
So he must have had one of them uptown cameras with a wired up switch or something, and he mashed it, or a timer, and because this, everybody didn't carry a phone or a camera in their pocket all the time back then. And so, but yeah, the credits on this album says Roy Trimble. So I guess he took that photo too. I don't know.
Does it say where they recorded it?
Because
I know in that time they were doing a lot of recording in Cincinnati, which is close to Stowe, Ohio.
How about Cincinnati, Ohio? Recording studio, Artist Recordings.
Yeah, Artist Recording Studio. Because
Cincinnati, Ohio, sure was. The arrangements were by Vic Clay.
Yep.
Did all the arrangements.
Who passed away back in July. I found out not too long ago.
Yeah.
But our pal Steve Perkins, and he's kind of the historian of the Cincinnati gospel music scene, and he was telling me about made that connection that a lot of those Cathedral albums were actually recorded in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And then, stuck the Canaan label or later on the River Song label or whatever on it. But
Right.
thought that was pretty neat.
Yep, for sure.
But we're reminiscing about the Cathedral Quartet Then and Now album tonight. And Rodney Holman sent me this last night, and I'm going to put a plug in for them right quick if I can. Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah, that event they got coming up. Yeah.
They've got the second annual West Alabama Thanksgiving Praise Fest, a night of gospel music coming up a week after our singing at the Civic Center. This one is going to be on the Saturday night, November 18th. At 5 Points Baptist Church right there in Northport, Alabama, right at the end of Highway 43 where it comes into 82. And the Legacy Quartet will be there, Rodney's group, Zion's Way Quartet, and some fella from Gordo. It looks like he's showing his horsey teeth in that picture, but
Come on.
Bob Sellers will be there. Bob was at the Gordo game last night. His son Will is on the team, and so I got to text back and forth and wave at him across the field last night. But yeah, so y'all make your plans, come be with us in Fayette, and then you can get some more good gospel singing the next week at 5 Points Baptist Church there in Northport with Legacy Quartet and Zion's Way and Bob Sellers. That'll be a good one too.
Absolutely will. Yes.
So, well, let's listen to some more cathedrals. We did what? We've done the first 1, 2, 3, 4, so we got 6 to go. And this one was always one of my favorites. It was, I don't know, it's just kind of, I don't think they ever released it as a single or whatever, but I always liked this one a whole lot. Here's the Cathedral Quartet, and Thanks to Him.
Thanks to Him. Thanks to Him. I'll never be the same. Thanks to Him. Thanks to Him. Thanks to Him. I'll never be the same. Thanks to Him. When I don't understand, He forgives me, and He holds my hand through the storm. Just the mention of His name heals the wound and takes the pain, and I'll never be the same. Thanks to Him. Thanks to Him. Thanks to Him. I'll never be the same. Thanks to Him. Thanks to Him. Thanks to Him. I'll never be the same. Thanks to Him. When I feel all alone, He's my comfort, and His tender love keeps my soul. Just the mention of His name heals the wound and takes the pain, and I'll never be the same. Thanks to Him. Thanks to Him. Thanks to Him. I'll never be the same. Thanks to Him. thanks to Him. Just the mention of His name heals the wound and takes the pain. I'll never be the same, thanks to Him. Tossed by the winds and the waves of life, sailing along on life's sea. Sin had me bound in confusion. Love found a pardon for me. Love, love, God's mighty love. Love found a pardon for me. Love, love, God's mighty love. Love found a pardon for me. Love sent the Savior from heaven. Love beyond all degree. And love paid the debt of atonement. And love found a pardon for me. Love, love, God's mighty love. Love found a pardon for me. Love, love, God's mighty love. Love found a pardon for me. And love so amazing, and love so free. Love found a pardon for me. For me.
Well, that song would be on the question.
There we go. I thought I was unmuted, but I wasn't. So, Cathedrals and Love Found a Pardon. Heard Thanks to Him just before that. Listening to that classic album, Then and Now, from the Cathedral Quartet tonight here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And it's good stuff. Good memories.
It is, yeah. There's a lot of things associated with listening to this album over and over and over and over.
And you went and put up the other pictures of the actual record and the song listing, and
Right.
I was looking at that, and the Cooley, that's Haskell, and I can't think of his wife's name off the top of my head.
Jolie.
Jolie, yeah, they wrote a couple of songs there. I'll Sail Away Home, and Don't Thank Us, Thank Jesus, which is coming up in just a minute. But I think the Horn that wrote I Owe It All to Thee, which is coming up, is Roger Horn that sang with the Cathedrals for a time. And then George Johns wrote Jesus Christ, Solid Rock, that we'll hear last tonight. And on side one, you got George Amon Webster wrote "He Loves Me." So I don't know. I guess Glenn just never got in on the
On the songwriting stuff,
songwriting
yeah.
thing, but
Right.
thanks to him there that we just heard, Colbert and Joyce Croft. I'm thinking that's who that is, the Croft and Croft that wrote that.
Okay.
Of course, they wrote a bunch of good songs through the years as well. So
Yeah.
just thought that was interesting. Well, as good a time as any to tell you about November 11th. Tell them about it, bro.
11/11. That's easy to remember. 1111. And it's Veterans Day, Saturday night, 6 p.m. in Fayette, Alabama, at the Fayette Civic Center. The Milan Hayes family are coming to town, and they just haven't been in the area that much in Northwest Alabama, very much at all, if at all. I know they've been in Arab. Uh, they might have been in Tuscaloosa once, maybe some time back, but just haven't been in the area a lot. I really want people to come out and hear them and support these events, bringing the Southern Gospel to town. So many of you have told me and Chris and others that have helped us do these that you appreciate us, us having these events. So yeah, just keep coming, keep helping us spread the word, get it out as much as you can, bring as many people as you can. It doesn't cost to get in, but there is a cost to events like this, and we do give everyone there the opportunity to give in support of the event, and hopefully that we can keep having them. We've had 3 in Fayette a year from last year, and then 3 this year, and then next year we're adding in Vernon, the Vernon City Complex. We're going to have 3 events there as well. So we had
The
been having
first one
one
of
every
which
4
is,
months. Yeah, first one of which is in January, having United Voice come to town. So instead of one every 4 months, we're going to be having one every 2 months. Fayette
yep,
and then Vernon, and then Fayette and then Vernon, and back and forth. But yeah, but Mike and United Voice, Mike Franklin, a former tenor of the Melody Boys Quartet, they've been going 7, I guess, going on 8 years now, and I have yet to actually hear them in person. I mean, still in contact with Mike. We talk regularly, and what a great Christian and a great witness through his singing Mike Franklin is. And I'm excited to be able to actually hear them in person for the first time. Heard their recordings a lot, but glad they're coming to Alabama and, from the Little Rock, Arkansas area. And we're looking really forward to that. Just like the events in Fayette, Faithful Friends will share a few, Chosen Witness will share a few, and then the featured artist will have the floor. And I promise you, you'll be blessed if you come. Come and support, come and worship, come and celebrate, come and just sit back and enjoy. Forget
yep.
everything outside that door during this time.
And speaking of singings in the area, I'll go ahead and plug this one for you. But Chosen Witness is going to be at Oak Ridge Baptist Church, just down the road from me here on Highway 159 in Fayette, a week from this Sunday. That'll be October 22nd for homecoming at Oak Ridge. And as he has done, let's see now, I think we're up to 6,412 times that Bubba has bailed me out.
Oh, goodness.
Faithful Friends was supposed to go, and then we had a conflict. Eli and I are going to be up in Rainsville, Alabama next weekend, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it back for the singing. So I called Miss Bobby Johnson and told her what the situation was. She said, "You better go be with your boy." So I said, "Yes, ma'am." And I said, "And I've got somebody to cover for us and better than us." And so Chosen Witness is going to be there. And that starts at 10:30. They'll have the morning worship and singing and preaching with Brother Alan McGuirk, and then lunch. And that's always one of my favorite places to go and sing and eat too,
There you
was
go.
Oak Ridge.
There
And
you
then they'll
go.
have some more singing in the afternoon. So y'all go down and see Chosen Witness, or as they're known in these parts, Neal and them,
And
a week from
I've
Sunday.
I've heard there's rumors of flying that we're liable to have a guest bass singer that day. I don't know. We
You
just
you
have to
never
see.
know.
You need to come and see if we do, because we've been a trio now for a couple of years. Chosen Witness has, but
Yep.
we're liable to have a little bass in there. You need to come see.
Indeed. So, the source of that is you never know. So they may show up, they may not.
Oh,
But if he
goodness.
does, he will. So he'll sing, that is. So I'm sure
Right.
you'll see it and take care of that. Rachel Baines checked in with us. I missed that one. I
Hey,
just
Rachel.
saw that. Hey, good evening to Rachel. Glad to have you joining us this evening too. And Philip made another great statement that is full of truth. The Mile and Hayes family can sing them shape notes. They are fantabulous. Yes, they are. So
Yes,
hope
sir.
y'all will come and see them on November 11th at the Fayette Civic Center. Let's play some more
Indeed.
Cathedrals music. We
Let's
played a
do it.
couple of slower songs. Let's pick it up a little bit and go back to that album and hear I'll Sail Away Home.
I may be on a train, I may be on a plane when I hear my final call. I may be on the ground when I hear the trumpet sound. It really doesn't matter at all. I may be on a trip, I may be on a ship, but no matter where I roam, on land or on sea, protected I will be. I know I'll sail away home. I'll sail away home, sail away home. I'll leave this world behind. I'll sail away home to heaven I will climb. Oh, I can hardly wait to step inside the gate, see Jesus on his throne. Someday by and by, in the twinkling of an eye, I know I'll sail away home. It may be night or noon, it may be very soon. He'll come like a thief in the night. He'll come with all his power. It could be any hour when I take my final flight. I'll sail away with ease, faster than any breeze or astronaut you've known. The time is very near, soon Jesus will appear, and then I'll sail away home. I'll sail home, oh, sail away home. I'll leave this world behind. I'll sail away home to heaven I will climb. Oh, I can hardly wait to step inside the gate, see Jesus on his throne. Someday by and by, in the twinkling of an eye, I know I'll sail away home. I'll sail home, oh, sail away home. I'll leave this world behind. I'll sail away home to heaven I will climb. Oh, I can hardly wait to step inside the gate, see Jesus on his throne. Someday by and by, in the twinkling of an eye, I know I'll sail away home. A life that was useless, he found crumble in sin, fighting a battle I never could win, then laying the ruins of my life at his cross turned out to be my greatest gain and not my loss. All that I have forever hold to thee. I owe it all to thee. All that I have, you have given me. I owe it all to thee. My values were twisted. I played life's foolish game, thinking tomorrow my luck had to change, but tomorrows have come and tomorrows have gone, and I found out life's one sure thing is Christ the Lord. All that I have or ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. All that I have, you have given me. I owe it all to thee.
There's just some Cathedrals music, and I owe it all to thee here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. We are going back and listening to the Cathedrals Then and Now album from 1977. Just before that song, we heard I'll Sail Away Home. Did the Mac Adams sing that, or the Colombians, or
Yes and yes.
yes and
They
yeah?
both
Okay, that's
did.
what I thought. So
Yeah. Yes.
when
Right
we were
around
listening to
that
that, I was
same
like,
time, late 70s. Yep.
yep. So we all had the same albums and learned a lot of the same songs back in the day.
Hmm.
And speaking of the Mac Adams Quartet, Pam Baker stopped by and said, hey, so hope you're still with us. Glad to see you in here tonight. And Rachel said this was before my time. Well, thank you, Rachel, for pointing out the fact that me and Neil's real old.
Yeah.
But I've
Oh, well.
always loved the Cathedrals.
Truth
Truth
hurts
is
sometimes.
truth. Yep.
Well,
But we're
man,
just going back and listening to this Cathedrals album, Then and Now from 1977, and we got 2 songs left. And
Yeah.
I was just thinking about when I was listening to I Owe It All to Thee, I had that little section in there with what they used to call and still call the modern harmony.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to know all the music theory behind it, but y'all know what I'm talking about if you
Mhm.
heard when you heard it. But then Jason popped in and said she makes me feel that way all the time. Well, all right, mighty fine.
Good, good.
All that is, I guess. But you want to just go ahead and knock these other 2 out right quick?
That'll be fine. Yeah, this next one, I just thought it was such a unique song when we heard it.
Mhm.
Like I'd never heard any other song like this. And again, written by Haskell Cooley and his wife. And then, of course, the last one written by Joel Johns, Get Up and Go. So what a great one that was as well. But yeah, let's keep the memories flowing. Because my life around the late 70s and early 80s is just swirling in my head tonight as we listen to this album.
So we'll hear Don't Thank Us, Thank Jesus, and then we'll hear Jesus Christ Solid Rock from the Cathedrals.
We've noticed as we've sung for you, you seem to like our style. Sometimes the songs would make you cry, sometimes they make you smile. And if you like the songs we've sung and want to thank someone, don't thank us, don't thank us. Thank Jesus. Thank the one who made a way for us to gather here. He's the one who blessed his song that brought a smile or tear. If he spoke to you, my friend, and filled your heart with cheer, don't thank us, don't thank us, thank Jesus. If it were meant for us to be some other place but here, then Jesus would have worked it out for us to have been there. So if you're glad we've come your way and want to thank someone, don't Jesus Christ, solid rock, on him I firmly stand. Jesus Christ, solid rock, all else is sinking sand. We're in the midnight hour, the lamp is growing dim, and so we sing unto the world, won't you come and try him? Jesus Christ, solid rock, Jesus Christ, solid rock. Jesus Christ said he'd come to take his bride away. Jesus Christ said he'd come, it may be night or day. It's not a fairy tale, and it's not fantasy. It's written in the Word of God for all the world to see. Jesus Christ, solid rock. Jesus Christ, solid rock. Jesus Christ said he'd come to take his bride away. Jesus Christ said he'd come, it may be night or day. It's not a fairy tale, and it's not fantasy. It's written in the Word of God for all the world to see. Jesus Christ, solid rock. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, solid rock, solid rock, solid rock, solid rock.
There's you some Cathedrals music and Jesus Christ, Solid Rock, finishing up the Then and Now album that we've been featuring here tonight on the Champion Brothers broadcast. Has some good stuff. No bass singer hardly on that last song.
That's right. Just that good singer named George Jones.
Yep.
Yep.
Mighty fine. Before we get out of here, we're promoting everybody else's singings too, but Megan Edgeworth asked us to announce that this Sunday night, it's my understanding, Brian Free and Assurance will be at Ryan's Creek Baptist Church on County Road 222 in Bremen, Alabama, starting at 7 o'clock. So if you're up that way, be out and see Brian Free and them this Sunday night. So appreciate that.
Yeah.
So this has been fun. So it's
Man, yeah, memory lane.
you'll have to dig deep into them records some more and come up with some good ones for us. So
Oh, we can do that
I
for
kind of like this
centuries.
trend. But oh yes, oh yes. But we certainly want to tell you about November 11th, just under a month away. Champion Brothers are bringing it back to the Fayette Civic Center with the Mylan Hayes family on Veterans Day, November 11th, starting at 6 o'clock. Faithful friends and chosen witness will be singing that night too. Don't cost you anything to get in. We will receive an offering and appreciate the help for just kind of taking care of the expenses of bringing this music back to our area. And just looking forward to a great night with the Mylan Hayes family. It'll be my first time getting to see them on stage at all. I think you had said something about hadn't seen them in a full concert setting, but I hadn't seen them in person at all. Well, I mean, Mylan back in the day with his sisters and mom and dad, but
Right.
The Mylan Hayes family I haven't seen, so I'm looking forward to it. Know a lot of other folks are too. We want to see you there on November 11th. What else you got on your mind?
Yes. I think that's enough for now. Just y'all,
Okay.
please spread the word, and yeah, just keep looking for us popping on here and playing some more good music, talking about our memories, and reminding you of these events coming up. And I also want to say again too, we mentioned SBM Studios earlier. SBM Studios and Scott and Janice Bolden do help bring these events as well. That they're a part of it, bringing it to you. the Champion Brothers Bringing It Back. We consider Scott our little brother cousin, so he's one of them Champion Brothers too. But what a great job he is doing. SBM Studios is doing with the Southern Gospel Spin with him and Jason Bain, and also Southern Gospel Forward, and all these young artists and the young host he's got on there helping him. You need to check out that. You can search on YouTube or Facebook, find SBM Studios, and tune in to those two live streams. And they're very informative. They're very uplifting. A lot of the testimonies have been shared on there, and yeah, Southern gospel music is definitely going forward. So,
yep. And want to say, well, we need to talk to Scott because I know he's got those sponsors for his show, My Pillow and Goat's Milk Soap. And it's like,
that's
well,
right.
We need sponsors too. So if y'all want to sponsor this broadcast, we'll talk about your stuff. So, hey to some Millport friends that checked in with us. I just noticed Miss Kay Robertson and Melody Bryant checked in. I'm glad to see y'all stopping by tonight. But I reckon that'll do it. Now, next week is going to be a weird week for me. I mentioned earlier that Eli and I are going to Rainsville next weekend. It's a play that we're doing. Of course, I think we've talked about that before, about how Eli got bit hard by the acting bug. So he and I have been involved in a bunch of plays with Self-Express Productions, and we're going to a competition next weekend. And they got real deep in the barrel because they asked me to direct it, and that's been an interesting challenge as well. But
I can imagine.
But we are going to be in dress rehearsals for that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. Then Thursday night, we're doing a pay what you can performance. So if that kind of thing is what you're looking for, you can come up to the Freedom Theater at 1755 Bankhead Highway in Winfield. And you can see Eli on the stage in a play called Property Rights. I'm not going to get too deep off in the woods because it's an interesting show. It's a short show. It doesn't last but about 45 minutes. But if y'all want to see Eli acting in action, come on up to the Freedom Theater next Thursday night. And then I got ball games Friday night. So I'm saying all that to say I don't think I'm going to be available next week, Neal. That makes me sad because I'd rather be here listening to old gospel music and talking to you than I would be doing that stuff. But whenever next time is, Neal may just do a solo show or pull Scott in from one of his others, or
find somebody else to talk to me just so we can keep these events out in front of people. We'll see.
Yes, sir. But after that, knock on wood, it's going to clear up a little bit.
Okay.
I got my fingers crossed anyway, because it's like once the water park closed, I'm like, okay, good. That's up. And now it's like I've got more stuff going on at night than I did then. But that's the way it goes sometimes. But whenever next time that I'll be here is, we'll see you then. So anything else worth telling?
That's about it for tonight, I think.
All righty. Appreciate y'all joining us. We'll see you whenever next time is. Good night, everybody.